What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Let us be real for a second. Most people struggle with budgeting because their system or the budget they create just does not match reality. They either make it too strict, they make it too complicated, or they base it on this perfect version of themselves that does not actually exist. They think they are going to be this productivity monk who never buys a latte, but then life happens and the whole plan falls apart. In this video, I am going to walk you through the exact budget system that I personally use to control my money. This is a real system that helps me avoid stress and consistently invest every single month. But before we dive into the numbers, I want to hear from you. Comment down below right now. How old are you, and what is the exact dollar amount you managed to invest last month? Be honest, because if you are not tracking your money, you are just guessing. And guessing is how you end up broke at 65. I am very curious to see the range we have in the community. Seriously, drop those numbers, because we need to see what is possible for the average person in 2026 if you are 22 and investing $100 or $45. And investing $1,000, it all matters. Now, before I break down the template, we have to talk about why you have failed in the past. Most budgets fail because they feel like a punishment. If your budget gets rid of every single ounce of joy in your life, you are going to quit. It is like a crash diet where you only eat kale. Eventually, you are going to snap and buy 10 pizzas. We do not want that. We want a system that is repeatable and actually accounts for the fact that you are a human being who might have a shitty day at work and want to order takeout. Let us look at the actual logic here. I do not do a monthly budget because that is too long to wait to check in. I budget per Pascal Y check. Whether you are paid on the 1st and 15th or bi-weekly, this is how you stay in control in real time. It is about the flow of cash. It is about knowing exactly what is hitting your account. And when it is leaving, we are talking about 2026, where everything is more expensive. And if you are not on top of your numbers, the system is going to eat you alive. Let us pull up the screen and look at a middle of the month paycheck. Let us pretend you have $200 in your checking, and you just got paid $2,000 after tax. Your total cash is $2,200, starting with your needs. These are the non-negotiables. We are talking rent, electric, car payments, and groceries. In my template, I split the big fixed costs like rent in half. If your rent plus fees like trash and internet totals $1,370 for the month, you are setting aside $685 from this check immediately. Do not touch it. Do not look at it. Move it to a separate account so you do not accidentally spend it on a weekend trip. Then you have your utilities and your car payment. Maybe you are driving a 2006 old car and your payment is low or zero. That is the goal, but for this example, let us say is $150 for the half month. Then we have groceries. I budget $120 for 2 weeks. If you are eating whole foods and cooking at home, $60 a week is totally doable for a single person. Now, notice the credit card category is at 0. This is where most people get absolutely cooked. If you are carrying a balance, you are not building wealth. You are just paying for someone else. Yacht and interest after needs, we move to wants. Your Netflix, your Spotify, your gym membership, these are small, but they add up. Now here is the secret sauce, the leftover and the cushion. After you subtract needs and wants, you have a leftover amount. But I always keep a $500 cushion in my checking account at all times. This is your buffer against the unexpected. It prevents you from reaching for a credit card when a small emergency pops up. Whatever is left after that cushion, that is your golden ticket. That is the money that goes into VOO South Carolina HD or your Roth IRA. In this example, you have $605 ready to be put to work. That is how you stop being a victim of the economy and start being an owner of it. Remember, time in the market beats timing the market every single day of the week. When we look at the month-end check, the process repeats. You bring back that rent money you saved, you pay the landlord, and you see exactly where you stand. This system works because it matches how money actually arrives in your account. It prevents that mid-month panic where you realize you spent your rent money on a new pair of shoes. Look, I am not saying you have to live in a house with no furniture or never have fun, but you need a plan. Being smart with your money is not about restriction, it is about clarity. If you are young and you are not investing at least something every check, you are missing out on the greatest wealth building tool in history, which is compound interest. Stay disciplined, stay consistent, and stop letting your money manage you. We are talking about long-term growth. We are talking about freedom from the 9-to-5 grind. It starts with $1. It starts with one paycheck. It starts with you deciding that you are worth more than a collection of consumer goods. I have been using this for years, and it never fails me, no matter if I am making $40,000 or $140,000. The math is the same, the discipline is the same, the reward is the same. You have to realize that every dollar you spend today is $10 you are stealing from your future self. That $5 coffee is fine once in a while, but if it is every day, then you are literally burning your future. I want you to be wealthy. I want you to be free. And it all starts with this simple system. Let us be real. The world is designed to make you spend. Every ad, every app, every notification is a trap designed to take your money. This budget is your shield. It is your way of saying no to the noise and yes to your goals. Do not be the person who works until they are 80 because they wanted to look rich at 25. Be the person who looks average at 25 so they can be wealthy for the rest of their life. It is a choice you make every time you get paid. paid. It is a choice you make every time you open your banking app. Choose wisely, choose your future, and keep that cushion. Keep those investments flowing and watch your life change month by month, year by year, because that is the only way it happens. There are no shortcuts. There are no magic pills, just math and discipline. And that is what we do here. We do the math, we keep the discipline, and we get the results. Let us talk more about why this specific system is so powerful for the average person living in a high cost of living area. If you are in a city where rent is skyrocketing, you cannot afford to guess where your money is going. You have to be a surgeon with your finances. You have to cut out the fat and focus on the muscle. The muscle is your investment portfolio. When you put money into VO or SCHD, you are buying a piece of the world economy. You are letting the smartest people in the world work for you while you sleep. That is the only way to escape the rat race. If you rely on a salary alone, you are trading your life for paper, and that paper is losing value every single day because of inflation. In 2026, if you are not an investor, you are a victim. Period. It sounds harsh, but that is the reality. I have seen so many people make $100,000 a year and still live paycheck to paycheck because they do not have a system. They get a raise and they buy a more expensive car, they get a bonus and they go on a vacation they cannot afford. That is called lifestyle creep, and it is the silent killer of wealth. My budget system kills lifestyle creep before it starts because every time I get paid, the money is already spoken for. It goes to the rent, it goes to the bills, it goes to the cushion, and then it goes to the brokerage account. There is no room for impulse, there is no room for mistakes, and that is how you build a fortress around your life. You might think that keeping a $500 cushion is too small, but for most people, that $500 is the difference between staying afloat and drowning in credit card debt. If your tire blows out or your cat needs to go to the vet, that cushion is there for you. It gives you peace of mind, and peace of mind is worth more than any luxury item you could buy. I want you to imagine waking up and not worrying about your bank account. Imagine knowing exactly how much you are going to save this year. That is the power of a system. It takes the emotion out of money. Money is a tool, but if you do not know how to use it, it becomes a weapon that is used against you. Stop being a pawn in the game and start being the player. You have to be intentional. You have to be focused. And you have to be patient. Wealth is built in the boring moments. It is built in the $60 grocery runs and the 2006 car that still runs fine even if it is not flashy. Who cares about flashy if you are broke? I would rather be a millionaire driving a beat-up truck than a guy in a leased Mercedes with zero in his savings account. Let that sink in for a minute. What are you working for? Are you working for the approval of strangers, or are you working for your own freedom? The answer to that question will determine your entire financial future if you chose freedom. Then you need this budget, you need to track your paychecks, you need to split your rent, and you need to invest every single month without fail. Do not wait for the perfect time, because there is no perfect time. There is only now. The market will go up and the market will go down. But the trend over 10, 20, 30 years is always up. Stay in the market, stay consistent, and keep your head down. You will look back in 5 years and realize that this was the best decision you ever made. And if you are struggling right now, just know that it gets easier. Once the system is in place, it becomes a habit, and habits are the building blocks of success. So let us get to work, let us build that budget, let us secure that cushion, and let us start buying assets instead of liabilities. Your future self is counting on you. Do not let them down. Keep your expenses low and your expectations high. Keep your eyes on the prize and your hands on the wheel. This is your life and your money. Take control of both starting today, because tomorrow is not promised, but your bills are. So be ready, be smart, and be wealthy. We have so much to cover in the next few months as we navigate this economy together, but the foundation is always the same. Spend less than you earn, invest the difference, and let time do the heavy lifting. That is the only way to win, and we are here to win. I want to see every single one of you reaching your financial goals, whether that is $100,000 or $100,000. It is all possible if you follow the system. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this community, and let us make 2026 the year we all take our power back. And remember that every small win counts. Every $50 you save is a step in the right direction. Do not get discouraged by the big numbers. Focus on the process and the numbers will follow. Stay focused and stay hungry for growth. Let us go get it together and build the life we actually want to live. No excuses, just execution. And once you see that first dividend hit your account or that first $1,000 milestone in your portfolio, you will be hooked. That feeling of growth is better than any temporary high from a purchase. That is the feeling of freedom. That is the feeling of taking your life back from the banks and the corporations. You are the boss now. So act like it and keep grinding until your bank account looks like a phone number. It is a long game, but it is the only game worth playing. So stay tuned for more strategies and more deep dives into how we are going to navigate the future. We are just getting started, and I am so glad you are on this journey with me. Let us make it happen. Hit that subscribe button. Peace.